God, man.
Oh, the Breen dream.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I've never seen a movie where they spent more on stock footage than actual footage. Until now.
First time ever. I had written down that I thought 40 minutes of the hour and a half were stock footage.
Oh, at least, my God.
Maybe it's more.
Yeah. And this, we were warned about this going in a little bit.
Oh, were we?
Well, it was one of the things in the Neil Breen drinking game.
Oh, that's true. I think since the first season and us looking for films and me finding the glorious sort of Neil Breen love online, we've been thinking about or trying to get a chance to do one of these movies.
It's been on the list forever.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where, like, because, and we'll get to the beer that we're pairing this in a minute, but like, there's so many beers we could have easily paired with this. It's one of those ones where it's like, because it's so easy, it kind of just like kept getting pushed. We're like, yeah, we can do it later. We can do it later.
There's always going to be a slot for Neil, is what we said, or there's always going to be a way to make this happen. But it just
took us 6 fucking years.
Yeah, but now we're here.
We're almost done this fucking season. We have like one episode left. We almost didn't do it again. But it was like, no, it's fucking time. Let's go.
It's time to watch a Neil Breen film. If anyone's unaware, Neil Breen is like one of those guys who does the writing, directing, production, catering, all the things on
so many fucking jobs. Oh my God, man. That's a real labor of love. And also, he's going through some shit, I think.
Oh God, yes.
I don't know what if you're a accredited psychiatrist and we can point you in the direction of Neil Breen, I think he needs some extensive work. It's got a lot going on, is what I'm saying. Welcome to Bad Movies and Beer. I'm Cooper.
And I'm Nolan.
And yes, today we are covering at both of our first Neil Breen movie, right?
Yes, yeah.
Double Down, which is, God, how do you even sum this up in words, really?
Confusing.
It's one man's journey. They kept using the word quest in the movie. This is a quest. I'm not sure for what or why, but it's a quest for something.
Yes, it's a quest to find peace, I think is what it seems like. And you suggested that he needs to see a psychiatrist. Certainly, this story suggests that there is a lot of mental anguish going on here for Neil.
I think he needs a whole fucking team of psychiatrists, if I'm being honest, because this is the work of a demented madman. And I say that with love.
Yeah, definitely fun to watch my first Neil Breen movie. And before we get into the juicy details, though, we do have a beer that we've paired with it.
We do, and this is actually kind of a double whammy, double whammy. No, because we're watching Double Down, like I said, so many double IPAs and whatever the fuck. We thought this would be an absolute easy beer to pair with anytime. This doesn't make sense, but I'm very drunk. We were playing a drinking game when we watched it, so we didn't mention that already. So today this is a great suggestion from one of our listeners, Between Two Brews on Instagram, the guy who suggested Sweet November to us many moons ago, which
what
you
a great
loved.
suggestion.
Yes. Yeah. That's ridiculous. But you know what? A fun episode. So go back and listen to that one if you can. Keanu Reeves. But no, his suggestion, because we watched Howard the Duck earlier this season.
Yes.
And we drank Ducks by Burdock Brewery.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think at the time I did not like hate it, which is rare for an IPA.
Yeah.
And he was like, sounds like Cooper's ready for Double Ducks. And I like kind of laughed it off at the time. But, you know, we needed a beer with double in the title. And bonus, we're doubling down on Burdock because today we are drinking Double Ducks.
Love it.
A double IPA.
Delicious 8%er coming our way. Burdock in Toronto make really cool beers. I just had their pizza beer, like a lager that's meant to go.
They claim it is the perfect beer to have with pizza. I agree. It's great.
Yeah, and we drank Ducks. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to Double Ducks today. That's going to be really fun. So
I'm not, but I also wasn't looking forward to Ducks. And if people want to learn more about Burdock, Noel, where can they go?
They could listen to our Duck episode. Yeah,
sure, man.
I went into more depth about what they could offer, or maybe look them up online and head to Toronto because I think it's definitely worth a visit.
All right, well, we're doubling down today with Double Ducks.
Man, and we're already a bit drunk.
Yeah. I don't know if an 8%er, if we need to throw that in the fire at this point.
Yeah, so online, part of our research for this episode was finding a Neil Breen drinking game. And so the great people of Reddit provided us with, when certain things happen, we should take a drink of our beer. And it has led to us drinking several beers in the course of an hour
one
and
of
a
the
half.
things was fucking stock footage. And this movie is like 60% stock footage.
Yeah, another one that happened a lot was monologuing, when he's political monologuing, which is about the other third of the movie. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Could you tell which side of the aisle he was on?
No.
I couldn't either.
No.
He's an everyman, that's why.
Yeah, he is in this for, yeah.
I actually thought, we talked about this, he reminds me of like a really poor man's Richard Gere at points.
Yeah, you pointed that out and I didn't see it. But
there's a couple of shots where you could just imagine if Richard Gere was like left out in the sun, they slapped a bad wig on him. I think that's what it is.
It might be what it is. I think that Neil Breen would have a huge hard-on for you to be describing him as that, though. I think he'd be flattered.
As a very poor man's Richard Gere?
No,
there's worse things to be at.
He might just hear it as Richard Gere. But all right, before we go too deep, let's get into this beer.
All right. Let's do it. So we open with a flying through the cloud shot and some incredibly dramatic music, incredibly suitable, as it turns out, for what we're about to see, and the most generic credits you've ever seen, telling us that what we're watching was, in fact, written, produced, and directed by Neil Breen. And sure enough, after we duck below the clouds for a flyover shot of the Nevada desert, the first thing we see after some laughably fake-looking human bones is Neil Breen. So strap yourself in, Noel. It's time for our first, but definitely not last, lengthy inner monologue.
Oh my God. Yes, we start with the two things that are going to beat us over the head for this entire fucking film: stock footage and Neil Breen monologues. It's pretty awesome. That stock footage, holy shit, is just of the clouds and sky, and they're using pretty low budget graphics here to pull in the title. Of course, he is the triple threat, which I love. All these films where the guy
so
does
much
everything.
more. No more. He stars. He does all these things in the credit. We'll see later. He's like a quintuple threat.
Yeah, he does everything here. He introduces us to his character. Aaron Brown is his name.
Get the fuck out of here. You learned his name? I did not hear his name for 1 minute. And I'm like notoriously bad. That's been pointed out a lot of times this season that I have not been good at tracking character names, but I thought they legit didn't mention it.
No, he straight introduces himself.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And he used to work for the government, but has now turned mercenary. And boy, howdy, are we going to get about 30 minutes of background to tell us why this has happened.
Yeah, the TLDR of it is he's the world's greatest hacker and also a highly decorated military veteran who met the love of his life at age 7 and stayed with her forever, or at least until she was assassinated by one of the many governments on Earth, including his own, who fear his incredible skills. Sounds dangerous, right? But it turns out he's actually a super good guy. If you don't believe me, listen to him explain what he does with the money from his hacking jobs.
I've been giving away the money to children's support charities all over the world, orphanages, hospitals, and schools, and to support the evacuees of natural catastrophes all over the world, like hurricanes, like Katrina.
He's an ordinary guy, Noel. I mean, sure, he's got bionic implants that have helped transform him into the unstoppable force he is today, but he's still the same simple man who eats tuna from a can and lives in his car.
This is so weird to me.
Yeah, man.
I am struggling so much with where this character is and what he's being introduced as. He was a war hero. He's got incredible skills. He's pretty much the world's biggest genius. He can control everything from a cell phone and laptops that have no power.
Oh, fuck. We're going to talk about that later. The laptops are never on. He's constantly like keying things into laptops that are clearly off.
Yes. Same with the cell phones. I don't think they're on. There's never a ring, right? He always just picks them up and has them. It doesn't actually have
a call. There's no sound or vibration.
Never, ever. So, holy shit. The fact that he's setting himself up as such a hero here, and the fact that he does these jobs now, it sounds like he's doing them sort of illegally, but he's taking all the money and giving it to children and also giving it to disaster relief.
Yeah, he's done more for than post-Katrina relief.
Yeah, so
than any government.
He's making comments about those kind of things, which is funny, but what is confusing to me is what side is he on? He is so internally conflicted that I don't know if he's really trying to sort of work for his government still, or other governments that are positive, or if he is like trying to shut down the system. It's hard to know. And he's about to tell us that he's going to shut down the Vegas Strip for 2 months.
Well, that is a threat that constantly hangs over this movie, and I'm not sure it ever gets delivered on us. I'm also not sure that any of this is actually real. Like you said, he's internally conflicted. He's so internally conflicted. I'm not sure if any of this is happening, or if he's just a guy who has lost his fucking mind in the desert because of heat stroke and mercury poisoning from eating countless cans of canned tuna.
Maybe add in there the sort of grief of losing his love from when she was like, seven-year-old
there's
love.
a great potential for like a full psychotic break.
That could be this whole movie. We did discuss at some point that if it ended with him in a straitjacket, it probably would have been better.
The whole thing was just in his mind. No, I have said this before, but I have never meant it more than I did watching this. What the fuck is going on here? That was my thing. I'm like, wow, I have had this feeling on movies that we have watched, but never like this.
No, you're completely right. I forgot to add, though, we missed one part of his resume. He's also killing white-collar workers who are cheating the system. He's just fucking killing them and burying them in the desert.
Yeah, I was confused about that, too. At one point, we see like a hand very under very little desert sand start like wiggling his fingers. And you're like, yeah, he buried some dude alive. And I'm like, he buried him 3 inches underground.
He is like a white-collar Dexter. Like, he just takes out guys who are doing the wrong thing in the business world. It's just sort of, no one else is doing it, so Neil Breen's got to take it. This whole thing is him posturing for what he thinks is important in the world, right?
Well,
like,
that's very clearly delivered by him on a few different occasions. But he's so scattershot with it. He's all over the place. You don't know which side he's on. I don't know how he feels about most stuff. He seems to contradict himself left, right, and center to the point where you thought he was playing 2 different characters, a good version of himself and a bad version of himself.
I'm not sure he isn't. I'm still not. I don't know. We need to do a bit more research. I want to read some theories on this thing. This is one of those movies that one watch was not enough to really figure it out.
Like Deathbed.
Yes.
The bed that eats.
Yeah.
Which we watched in our first season. And I felt similarly with it. Like, it's a fucking art film. It's like an art house movie or like a really subtle commentary on like narcissism.
Yes.
And traditional masculinity.
Very art house. He's definitely trying to make
hang on. Oh yeah. That's what I was gonna say.
He's trying to make it art house.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. No, I'll tell you what will not help with my general level of confusion. The invisible force field he's got set up around his car that kills anyone who gets too close. Now, to be fair, you need that kind of security when you're setting up more than a half dozen biological weapons that will destroy 7 major cities unless he sends a code in every 3rd day. But here's my question about that. What happens when he dies? I'm also confused by the cutaways we get to a younger version of him, alone at first, then playing on a playground with his childhood sweetheart, while Neil Breen frantically whacks off inside a body bag. Now, hang on. Before you start judging him, remember what he says to that younger version of himself.
Where are you? Where am I? You're me.
Yeah. What do you think about that, huh? You're the one whacking off in that body bag.
This is all so confusing.
We get an hour and a half of this. 90 minutes straight of just this.
Oh my God. He has shown that he has the like most impressive future technology ever. This like invisibility shield where people can't see him, and then when they walk into it, they die.
Can we talk about the effects of that for a minute?
Awful.
Oh yeah. It's just a guy walking towards his car with a gun. Point of view shots of nothing.
And then he grabs his head and falls down. And there's the one thing that is consistent in this film is terrible blood effects.
Blood is so shitty.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all over this dude's head.
It's bad.
Fuck.
Then yes, is this the first time we get a weird cut of the child?
Yeah.
Yeah.
First 2 times. First, it's just the kid and Breen's talking to it on that desert road.
Yeah.
Then it's the kid and the girl on a playground.
Weird.
Yeah. There's a lot of like,
and we're
come
gonna
back
get a
to
lot
me.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah. That kind of talk as he's fucking rubbing one out in that body bag.
I'm not going there. I'm not sure that he was masturbating, but there was.
No, you might have been fucking that skeleton. Later, we see there's a skeleton in the body bag. It's his fiance's skeleton. And, they're in there at the same time and he's moving around and I don't know.
Are you telling me that all these shots of the body bag throughout this movie are him having sex with his dead fiance's corpse?
Can you swear it's not happening?
No.
No, that's right. No. But speaking of his fiancée, we get to see her assassination now as a sniper takes her out mere moments after Neil Breen proposes to her. And I said this at the time, but even before the red dot from the laser scope shows up, she's basically willing this to happen.
I can't wait to be your wife. We'll always be together. I need to know that something extraordinary is possible.
It is possible.
But as expected as that was, nothing could have prepared me for what his reaction would be.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
This is so hard to describe. One, Neil Breen is clearly fully nude in this shot.
Yeah. The lady's got a thong on, but
yeah.
Breen is just hanging dong.
Breen's just hanging dong. She gets shot in the back, and we get maybe the worst scream I have seen in a movie.
Well, hang on. Is it worse than the one he fires off later when he runs through the desert?
It's probably worse. I think this is
because of the emotional.
The emotional weight. The one thing we haven't spoken about yet is
how bad the acting is.
Yeah. Neil Breen is not an actor.
You know, I'm starting to think that a lot of these guys who finance their own low budget movies do it because no one will put them in any actual movies.
Yeah, well,
is that crazy?
No, yeah. That sounds incredibly likely because he cannot act. In fact, emotion is hard for him to put into a monologue, right? Like, this is the hardest part for me. So when he's trying to act distraught at his girlfriend or fiance now, he just proposed to her getting shot in the back. She dies rather quickly. There's no attempt to help or save her. As this guy who's a genius and has all this ex-military service, you think he would attempt to save her? I don't know.
I disagree completely. He knows she's a goner because he knows so much. He sees that sniper got her like dead center mass right through the heart, and it's pointless.
So he knows. So
all that's left to do now is hold her and eventually lay down beside her in the pool, floating face down, naked.
Both of them.
Yeah.
He also holds a flower that was somehow floating in the pool and covered in her blood as well.
We got a shot of that flower before she gets shot.
And after,
What a setup.
So artsy.
The craft. Yeah.
So artsy.
I think it's soaked in orange blood.
Orange is a good description.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So she's face down. I think so you can't see the nudity, but also to show that she's dead. Him floating beside her face down was weird though.
Yeah, he just wades in and right beside her. I made a gesture no one can see because we're listening to
He
us.
lays corpse beside her. We get a bit of a shot of his ball bag, and we're that probably wasn't necessary.
I mean, depends what you're going for, I guess.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't need to see it personally.
Well, what a confident man.
Well, you don't make a movie like this if you're not confident. My God, this guy's got something to say. And I don't for the life of me know what the fuck it is, but he's trying to say it. No, after this grueling flashback and yet another inner monologue, we're off to fabulous Las Vegas, where Neil Breen is going to meet with either an FBI or CIA agent, NSA maybe. I don't know. This guy wants Breen to take out a terrorist who's got a biological weapon of his own set up in a major city. Takes one to no one, I guess. And he agrees after first trying to take us out with a lengthy diatribe about government power and responsibility, along with something about new technology and old technology. I'll be honest, I zoned out around minute 13 of the monologue, not of the endless stream of stock footage we get before he once again wakes up on the ground beside his car. It took about a half an hour, but I'm starting to see why we weren't able to find this on DVD, Blu-ray, or literally any streaming service.
This isn't like us not to watch it on actual media.
Oh my God, I'm huge physical media people, but you cannot get this. It is out of print. And I'm surprised it ever was in print.
Yeah, it would be hard to justify paying money for this. I mean, I'd like to support Neil for his hard work and vision here, but holy shit. The dialogue is brutal. Like him trying to have a conversation with another person in this is worse than when he is monologuing.
I found it to be the same because he's not actually looking at the person. He's just staring off into the distance. We weren't even sure if the person was still there. We're like, did he leave?
Well, and it's hard to tell in this film who is dead and alive because both the ghosts and the regular people are all they are in existence.
Yeah, at one point he asked some living people if they saw the ghosts of his dead parents. That's a spoiler for later, but he asked them as if it could have happened.
Yeah, they were.
What are the rules? There are no rules.
No, so things are pretty weird here. The trauma and tuna are definitely fucking him up. He can't forget or forgive, so we are moving forward here in a plan for him to take out a terrorist, but also still be a terrorist.
Yeah, we weren't totally sure if the Las Vegas Strip thing was still happening, and we'll come back to that several times as we go through this as well. But first, we get a tense standoff with some old man in the desert. A standoff which ends when the old man falls forwards, somehow busting open the back of his head, causing Neil Breen to cradle him in his arms as he dies. Breen either discovers or is given a magical rock, and also discovers that he and the eagle share the same spirit, which makes sense because as he said about the old man,
I was drawn to him. I felt I knew his spirit.
Or wait, does that make sense? Where are we? What year is it? Is there an afterlife? I need to know. I need to know.
Oh, how does this movie just keep getting weirder?
I don't know, but it's not done. It will get more weird as we go along, which sounds insane to say based on what we've described so far.
The strange prophetic old man and the finding of the magic rock were both a part of the drinking rules. I have to imagine.
Oh, we had to drink a lot for that scene.
I have to imagine this happens in more than one Neil Breen movie. Like, this must be a bit of a Breen trope.
Well, as I understand it, and we talked about this a little bit when we were watching, this movie and another one of his early ones, he subsequently kind of like remade when he had, I guess, more financial backing, which I don't know how the fuck he ever acquired that. But sort of like an Evil Dead 2 is very similar to Evil Dead scenario. Something like that, where I think it's The Fateful Findings is basically a better funded version of this movie. So it would make sense that a magic rock would also appear in that one.
Okay.
So maybe it just happens in a couple, or maybe it is a thing in every, I don't know. But only one way to find out.
I think the old man, as he's dying, also tells him that he's kind of like the one. He's a bit of a Jesus character or something.
I mean, it would be hard to watch this and not
interpret
draw a straight line
Yeah.
from Neil Breen to
Savior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's projecting that pretty hard with some of the choices that are made in this movie. Yeah.
Is that
And
what
on
you're
that-
talking? That's
well,
what you're
yes.
talking about when you were speaking about him maybe having a bit of a complex. Huh?
Listen, man, and on that note, in the next 5 minutes, we see Neil Breen talk to his dead parents, reach out for the hand of God like Adam in the Sistine Chapel, and cure a young girl's brain cancer with his magical rock. But it turns out there is a limit to his power, and it's being able to raise the dead. Not because he can't do it, just his dead fiance won't let him. It goes against the laws of nature, she basically says, like trying to make sense of a Neil Breen movie. But seriously, do you have any idea what's happening right now? Because I absolutely do not.
No, things are just going completely out of control right now. All of these weird ghost flashbacks, the drinks we're having to take for them, and then him contemplating necromancy so that he can raise the dead and have sex with his like fiance corpse.
Well, he doesn't mention the sex.
You know, that's part of his intention.
Well, he just wants to see her again. He wants to yes, hold her, and
he's already speaking and holding her in her ghost form. Why does she need to be alive?
Yeah, but you can't have sex with a ghost unless you're MacGruber.
So then you're just building my case.
We kind of thought that was going to happen, though. You mentioned, like, what are the chances he ends up drilling the ghost of his fiance? And I said that I would have been disappointed had MacGruber stolen that from this, but also, I don't know.
Would have liked to see another corpse, ghost.
Would it have
sex.
lessened my enjoyment of MacGruber? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Would have raised your enjoyment of this movie.
Oh, hundreds of times, yes. Yeah,
Okay, all right,
yes,
then.
for sure.
All right.
No. Believe it or not, my confusion will also not get cleared up in our next scene, as after another lengthy round of stock footage, Neil Breen meets some guy in a grocery store parking lot that I swear was just in the brain cancer scene, only now he's trying to hire Breen for some mission. I honestly could not tell if it was the same character or not based on the way they're talking to each other here.
How are you? Busy? You haven't changed.
Keep walking. I don't like this. Very busy, as a matter of fact, with all the worldwide action.
He keeps talking about worldwide action, but so far, all of the action in this movie seems to be confined to a 20-foot radius around his car and that body bag was whacking off in earlier. Whatever happened to that terrorist and his bioweapon? Whatever happened to shutting down the strip, Noel?
I don't understand whether he's good or bad, how he's capable of doing anything he is doing, and why he isn't using his super hacker powers to just like shut down these people rather than having to assassinate them with his bioweapons.
Yeah, if you believe everything he says, he could have this done in like 30 seconds.
He could just set like a satellite to nuke or laser someone, probably.
Hell, he practically invented those satellites.
Yeah, he did tell us that he invented them. But you know what? He does accept this job. He's going to help, I don't know, whoever these people are, some part of the American government. He's going to help them take down a family that is into some corrupt shit by getting rid of some newlyweds.
Did they talk about that in this scene?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you'd like piece that together yourself because I didn't know what the fuck he was
No, they
doing.
speak about it a little bit. They ask him to go take out these people connected to the family so that they will no longer be causing ill. He decides to do that by stealing a Rolls Royce.
No, he doesn't steal it. He throws the valet at some exclusive restaurant $200 to borrow it for a little while.
He borrows it. But he's already shown us that he can use a phone to steal whatever car he wants. Or
he shows that later.
We find out later.
That happens later, yes.
But we know he has these superpowers. But so he's throwing some cash around. He gets a Rolls Royce, and he's going to be acting as a potential limo driver to some newlyweds.
Yeah, and ironically, I mentioned the strip video. This will actually involve him going, well, kind of off the strip, to some shithole chapel to pick up a pair of 20-somethings who, yes, are newly married. Now, that marriage is off to a rocky start, unfortunately, as only minutes in, the bride is expressing some pretty serious regrets. But that all gets paused when Breen copies their drinks and gets ready to deliver the two of them, or maybe just the bride, I wasn't sure, to whoever hired him. But despite being the world's greatest hacker / secret agent / cancer curing deity, it turns out Neil Breen picked up the wrong couple at the chapel. Apparently the couple he was supposed to pick up took off for the lake and subsequently killed themselves because they knew he was going to find them eventually anyway. What a hilarious mix-up.
Oh my goodness. This scene is terrible.
Yeah.
The acting on the couple that he picks up is atrocious. Neil Breen fucking up and grabbing the wrong couple, even though he's supposed to know everything, is just baffling.
Yeah, you called him out for that immediately.
I was so angry.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no chance. And then the fact that when he does track down the couple and they've already committed suicide because they knew he would kill them in the long run is just such a joke. The paint on their forehead to show a bullet wound. Again,
damn.
Blood work is one of the low points in this movie, and there are a lot of low points.
Well, and they didn't even try to simulate like an entry wound.
No.
It's just like an orange splotch on their forehead. It's so fucking bad, like you said. It's real bad. Even for a movie with this fucking low budget, it's atrocious.
Yeah, it's really, really ugly. So he's sort of done this job for them. And now that he's done that, are we going to get another him waking up on the ground outside of his car again moment?
Okay, so I feel like the answer is yes, but I also feel like if you asked me if that happened at any point in this movie, I would say, because there's so many I can't even fucking remember. But I do know that we get more generic Las Vegas wandering as Neil Breen, who it must be said is never afraid to sing his own praises, muses about all the things he's capable of while stealing cars, casually dropping anthrax in guys' pockets, and calling a hooker hotline to arrange a distraction. Or so it would appear. Only shortly after she shows up, which does distract Breen's target and is clearly fake mustache, we cut to a shot of the lady dead while Neil Breen laments the fact that the CIA just lost a good agent. And I don't want to keep beating a dead horse here, but what the fuck is going on? Are you tracking any of this?
Yeah, I have this on lock. So the CIA have asked him to track down this guy that they need to stop from causing problems. He's able to...
Is this the guy with the bioweapon?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Would you bet your life on it?
Yes.
Oh, that was a lot of hesitation.
I would do a chug bet.
We'll never be able to prove this. You need a fucking team of forensic psychologists to deconstruct this fucking thing.
But yes, I believe it is the guy who is supposed to be doing the bioweapon attack on Vegas. He finds him. He calls the guy and tells him, it's not worth arguing with me. I know who you are. I know where you are. Meet me here. He steals a Lamborghini or a Ferrari. He steals a Ferrari.
Like you said earlier.
He hacks it with his phone. And he drives and meets the guy, picks him up. The guy has the least realistic mustache and goatee I have ever seen.
Okay, see, I thought the beard was real. The mustache to me is the obviously fake part. The beard looks like actual hair and it actually kind of goes far back on his chin. But then I was like, if that guy can grow that beard, why can't he also grow a mustache?
They peel both of them off in an instant.
No, they don't. They peel the beard off too?
Yes.
All right. I must have been having one of the 8,000 drinks I had to have because of all this shit while that was happening. All right, fair enough.
So they get him. They drug him with the help of this woman. The poor woman, like you said, is killed almost instantly, right? So someone tracked her down.
Not the newlywed. The CIA fake.
The CIA fake lady.
We're past the newlyweds.
Yeah, they're long gone.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
But they deliver this guy to the agents. The hilarious part is he peels off the mustache and beard, and then they instantly recognize him as the terrorist.
Yeah, it was like, you know what? We will both watch Always Sunny.
Yes.
There's an episode where the McPoyle brothers are fighting, and he's got like, they get Riot in like some disguise, and they walk in, and the other one's like, who's this guy? And like, it's not until he peels the thing off that he's like, Ryan. And like, it was exactly like that. It's so clearly this dude taking that facial hair off changes his appearance like 0.001%.
Yeah.
But it's not till it happens that these fucking guys spring into action. They pull their fucking guns out, ready to shoot the guy. And Breen's like, no, hang on.
But then the weird part to me is they drive off. He's like, okay, we'll drive off. We'll go. And then it's gone. Like, they don't show us what happens to this terrorist guy that they've caught. They don't show, like, they just sort of move on past that. So it was pretty interesting to me. Also interspersed in here is him walking through Vegas anthraxing people.
Yeah, I mentioned that. He just fucking slips a bag into some guy's pocket. I thought that was the bioterrorist.
No.
He's like, once that hits the air, it'll kill him instantly. Who the fuck is this guy?
I don't know. Yeah.
We never find out.
Yeah, no, we don't.
No. Well, another trip into the desert ought to clear this up.
Oh, that's another drink. Oh, shit.
No, Neil Breen and the two guys we saw hiring for what we thought were two different jobs, but are maybe the same job, meet up with two guys with sniper rifles who I think are doing a drug deal. Only Breen drops a bioweapon, which causes them all to run away. Turns out that was just a clever diversion, which allows them to get the drugs and hand them over to the CIA guys so they can take credit for the bust, I think. As Neil Breen says to the ghost of his fiancée,
I'm so confused and depressed at my double life. How did it get to this point? Where do I go from here? I've got so many questions.
yeah, you and me both, Neil. You and me both.
Oh, God, yeah. I don't understand what's going on at this point, even though I just acted as if I did and tried to explain it the best I could.
You're trying real hard. You are you're stumping hard here for Neil Breen.
Yeah, I am. Clearly, though, he's helped these guys make this bust, and so he's going to give them credit. They speak and talk about the greatness of this character of Breen and how he is unable to be tracked and how he's sort of in control of all these things. He's headed back to climb the rocks, like you said, talk to his wife. He's confused, so he clears that up by making out with her. So they have a bit of a ghost make out here.
They don't go all the way, though.
No, we never see any of that.
No, they don't go all the way.
But then he starts telling us about the global diversion he's got set up before he takes down the Las Vegas Strip.
See, I believe you when you say that happens, but that is not what I remember happening. And what I have written here on my notes is that for a minute, I thought this movie was about to end. But now I'm convinced that it will never end. Or that it was all a dream. Who's he always talking to on the phone? And who is he shooting at in our next scene? Himself? Because it kind of seems like it. There's like blood splattering on his face as he shoots seemingly nobody. And why are all of his war medals and commendations on a cut-off denim shirt?
That was one of my favorite cuts is when we cut back to him topless and going to his car to get his denim vest full of war
self-styled
medals.
denim vest.
Yeah.
The sleeves clearly haven't been cut off a long sleeve denim shirt, and now he's just sleeveless. I guess to your point, it's finally time to shoot on the Las Vegas Strip. At least that's what we have to assume he's doing as we get more stock footage at the Las Vegas Strip as he keys stuff in on his 3 chunky laptops, all of which, as you mentioned, are clearly not turned on. But a sudden phone call, with no ringtone, of course, as we also mentioned, throws everything into turmoil. We will never know what was said on this phone call, but it leaves Neil Breen questioning everything. He collapses to the ground and yells,
I can't go on with this! I can't go on with this! I'm an American! I'm an American! I love this country! It's my country!
And I don't know what's going on here, but at the same time, I also don't know how he can possibly come back from it.
I'm going to shed a little bit of light on what you did
Please
not
do,
hear in
because
that phone call.
No, man.
Do you know what the call said?
We don't hear what any call says.
Oh, but what he says is...
Oh, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. How can it be? How can it be?
Yeah, the rock didn't work. The girl's cancer's back.
Oh.
That's why his world was shattered.
But if that's true, and we're going to jump ahead here, why does he turn to the magic rock later when he needs an escape?
I don't know, because he is put into question, because it sounds like to me that he's on the phone with the father of that girl, who is also, I think,
the CIA guy.
Telling him that the cancer is back. Or
you also have to drink when the same actor appears in a different role, so we just drank to be safe on that one because we have no fucking idea.
We're not completely sure, but
we're
I
in the
think that's
weeds.
what shattered him. I think he finding out he is not like all powerful with his magical rock he got from the guy who died after falling forward and hitting his head in the back.
Imagine that, some rock that you got on a random old guy in the desert who died by falling forwards and cracking the back of his skull open turned out to not be magical. What a fucking strange thing.
Oh, that is so weird. But he does love America. He made that clear. And then maybe my favorite scene in this whole movie, he runs down the Vegas hills screaming. He goes for a sprint, and I was hoping he was going to wipe out so bad. It was so close, but he's just yelling and running down the hill and then into the desert.
You said he goes into a sprint.
Well, I mean,
it is like an old man shuffle.
Yeah.
Neil Breen is not a young man, all right? And this, the scream that he lets out here is it's less a scream and more of like a fake sound. Yeah. This is the most hilarious
battle
shit.
It's a battle cry.
Watching this, I'm sure this has been clipped and gifted a million fucking times.
Oh, it has.
But this is the most. If you have to watch one moment of this movie, watch him running down this fucking thing. He screams. It's so fucking funny. It popped me so hard. Does that happen before or after we get our 5th or 6th round of Neil Breen talking to his fiance's ghost and waking up on the ground next to his car?
No, it happened before.
Okay, but that does happen.
Yeah. Oh, it
Not
happens very
necessarily
shortly
in that order.
So
Nope.
it happens. It happens very shortly. He runs down the hill, but then we get shots of him driving around with his own young self in the car with him.
Oh my Christ!
As he's monologuing about life, and then he wakes up again and goes to his fiance after.
So
being
many
around.
fucking times. I could never remember the order. I feel like it would alternate. He'd talk to her, wake up next to the car, wake up next to her. No. But
Oh my God.
after doing this for the fucking 5th or 6th time, he discovers a tracking device on his shoe. They know it's him, it turns out, so he destroys the tracker, then cuts something out of his arm, creating a wound that the ghost of his fiancée heals with her ghost powers. And now, with only 10 minutes to go in this movie, it is finally time to shut down the Las Vegas Strip. I think. Some old guy who it turns out is the director of the FBI welcomes a bunch of other security heavies to Las Vegas and tells them it's a safe place to be. Nothing to worry about, he says. Well, unless you plan on using electricity, because this is really happening or not. As after even more stock footage of Las Vegas, Neil Breen tells us,
The small diversions have started and I can't stop them now. But I can try to stop my main attack plan on Las Vegas. If it's not too late.
for the love of Christ, will someone either end this movie or tell me what the fuck is going on? Now he's trying to stop the thing that he was going to do in the first place. What the fuck?
Yeah, he can't go through with it. His ghost fiance, his childhood self, the old prophetic man in the desert, the mayor and the head of
The girl
all
with brain
the,
cancer and the
brain
guy who is
cancer
her
girl.
father, but also the CIA guy who hired him.
They're all getting to him, and he decides that he cannot shut it down. He is not able to act in time to stop the distractions that he's set up that are going to make this happen, but he does have time to stop the big attack here. So much time is dedicated to stock footage of travel, sporting events,
The general
and then
Las Vegas Strip.
emergencies.
Oh, that
here,
too.
right? Like
Yep.
it is.
Yeah.
It is those four things just going back and forth for like 15 minutes.
My
here.
favorite was the firefighting helicopter. That is
So many shots
There's
of
a forest fire.
wildfires. You're like, why the fuck are we showing this?
Is that one of his
did not-
distractions?
so did he send? He had satellites shoot lasers into forests.
well,
to
he
create
basically built those satellites.
He had to know how.
Can you confirm this wasn't a diversion?
No, I cannot confirm.
I
no.
can't either, but here's what I
No.
do know. An explosion in a building signals the arrival of something. I'm not sure what, but those security directors all seem pretty rattled by it as they repeatedly tell their underlings to prepare to evacuate the hotels in the Las Vegas Strip. So wait, he did shut down the Strip or no?
So he called those old men, the really poorly acted head of all of the like emergency organizations.
Oh, was that when he had three
Yes,
flip phones
that's why he
all
had
open
all
at the
the
same
phones.
time?
He was talking
Yeah.
to each one of them
They were all open.
individually. I don't know.
No, he said it
all
was a
of them.
conference call.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So why were all three phones open?
I don't know, but he
had to
was
call all three
He
and, like,
told
yeah.
them to empty the strip because he knew that there was still going to be some damage, but he also didn't want anyone harmed by it.
Well, one thing's for sure. I think. I don't really know.
That's a very confident term to use with this movie. I'm not sure you should do that.
I do know this.
Oh, yeah.
I know this. Neil Breen tells us that whatever he did proves that he loves his country. which I guess maybe. Either way, he's got to disappear before his government and or the governments of the world find him. So it's time to bust out that magic rock. He'll have to dig through about 74 empty tuna cans to find it. But once he does, it'll definitely get him out of this mess. And hey, if that doesn't work, he can always just smash up his chunky laptops with a big desert rock, right?
This is such a indescribably poor ending to a film.
I'm trying so hard to describe it. We both are. It's so hard to do.
When he rummages through a box of empty tuna cans in his trunk to find the magic rock, this magic rock that he decides the best place to keep it is in a box of empty tuna cans.
But you also said that he earlier has proven that it wasn't magic.
So
why is he going for it?
So I don't know. He feels like this is what's connecting him to, I don't know, God or spirits or something.
Yeah, afterlife.
So he goes for it. He goes to get it. He's tripping balls at this point, is what I've decided. He is on peyote or something. He's like just absolutely tripping balls, and he goes and gets his magic rock, and he goes running in the Rocky Hills. He ends up kissing his ghost bride again, yet it starts being interspersed with shots of him carrying the ghost bride and then her not being there. They're editing these shots of him being empty-handed, making us question whether she was ever there at all.
Or you're just starting to question that now? Come on, man. I've been questioning that for the last fucking 88 minutes. No, that shot is hilarious. We get a shot of him carrying her, and all of a sudden it cuts and she's just gone. And he like drops his arms. He's so confused. Also, a lot of stuff with him and the young version of him and the young version of him and the young version of her and all that's all. It's indecipherable, this fucking nonsense. But as the movie finally ends, with ghosts of the past and present heading off in different directions, Neil Breen tells us,
I'm sorry, but it had to be this way.
Before he drives off into the desert, finally able to hold his fiance's hand again because she forgave him or he used the rock to bring her back to life or whatever. And that's it, man. We hit the credits, which are surprisingly long considering that half the fucking jobs in this thing are credited to Neil Breen or none.
I do love that he gave himself credit for all of these things that he could have ignored and not included on there. And the fact that there was none for some of them.
Lighting and hair and makeup got a none for sure. There might have been more.
Do you think he included the none hair and makeup just so that he could tell everyone this is all natural Neil?
Probably. But is that a wig or is that his real hair? We're in the Samurai Cop again with this.
Oh, it's real.
Okay. The real Neil.
The real Neil.
There you go.
Yeah.
God
He's
damn.
not afraid to show it either.
You had a fantastic observation when we saw that he was credited for the catering.
Well, my claim is that he just fed everybody their cans of
Fucking tuna.
That's how he ended up with the box full of it in the truck. I mean, why you wouldn't waste that tuna, right? Like it was tuna sandwiches for everyone on the set.
There's so many empty cans of tuna. God damn it.
You can't spend the budget on that when it has to go to like horrible fake bones and all, like you said, all that stock footage must have cost him quite a bit to include in here.
It's got to be the biggest expense of this film. And yeah, man, the credits just roll. It's white font on black fucking screen, and the music is probably just like some generic shit you buy from whoever you license the stock footage from.
Yeah, he just went straight licensee stuff. And I will say that it was used in an appropriate way. They could have used some more sound effects for things like phones ringing or computers being used. But in terms of the musical,
they could have used the budget
to
charge the batteries on those laptops, but no.
Yeah, that would have been nice. Working laptops would have been great, but you know.
Fuck, man. I don't know. I feel like
what an apt movie to watch as we're moving
our
towards
penultimate,
the end. The penultimate episode of season 6. It's appropriate.
We did it. I mean, we finally did it. We wanted to do this for a long time. We finally did it. Let's head into our ratings the way we always do this. We rate the movie on a scale of 1 to 10 2 times. 1 to 10 for how bad it is, 1 to 10 for how enjoyable. And the goal is to find movies that are a 10 out of 10 on both scales, or what we call the Crit 20. And I think I said this before we started watching, but I had this written as a 10 bad before we even started because so I'm not going to say this is available to watch on YouTube, but wherever it was that we happened to find it for watching, I like kind of skipped through to make sure it was actually the movie and not like some fucking jags talking about it, you know, like we were doing right now.
How dare it be
And,
some people
I know,
talking about
exactly.
a film? Yeah.
No, and because of that, I witnessed a couple of scenes. And based purely on that and like internet scuttlebutt, I'm like, I'm just going to put this as a 10 bad. And if I need to change it later, and spoiler alert, I did not need to change it later.
You wrote it in pencil, but you did not need the eraser.
Fuck, man. I could have thrown the eraser into one of those fucking lakes he poisons. We didn't mention that part. He tests his bioweapons in the Nevada lakes, I guess. Or lakes in
Hoover
Nevada?
Dam.
It's a
Yeah.
fucking desert.
No, there's a lake created by
All
the
I know
Hoover
is
Dam.
that fucker
Yeah.
killed all the fish in those lakes with his bioweapon, but it works, so we know it works.
And then he crawled in that water.
And then he went in that water
Yeah,
like he
and
talked
I'm
to his
like,
dead
what
parents.
the fuck
I
are
don't
you
know,
doing, man? You're about to kill yourself.
This thing is fucking ridiculous. And the amount of effort that went into the script and the acting is about the same amount of effort that went into the lighting and the hair and makeup, as we learned from the credits. None. There was none.
What are you talking about?
This
This was
plot-
a labor of
Oh,
love
fuck off.
here.
I think Neil Breen was like, I'm just going to freestyle this dialogue and just started riffing because almost everything's a monologue. And we cut between scenes where we're like, is this the past? Is this the present? Is any of this really happening? Was that a dream? Was that a dream? Was that a dream? He just keeps waking up next to his fucking car, drawing into question everything that happens in the minutes before. And it happens like 7 different times in the movie. This is horseshit. And Neil Breen is either a genius or a fucking maniac, and I cannot tell which one, but I can tell you this movie is unquestionably, unequivocally a 10 out of 10 bad. How did you feel about this?
The acting is absolutely atrocious.
Yeah.
I actually don't think Neil is the worst actor in this. Everyone else around him clearly wasn't paid either. So that's number one.
Sorry, that took me a second. I didn't catch that right away.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay these people to act.
No, absolutely not. No. The story was unimaginably confusing.
Yes, I never expected to be as confused as I was.
I'm
at
still not sure
basically
if
all
he
points of this.
wasn't multiple characters, and that's a problem.
That's a big problem.
The effects, particularly the blood effects, were terrible.
Those I will not fight you on. They're very bad, yes.
The 40 minutes of stock footage in an hour and a half film is very excessive. The limited use of sets. Like, he spent so much time running up and down that one set of fucking rocks that I don't know.
Well, and we didn't mention, but every time he wasted next to his fucking carts in the exact same position.
Yes. Same
The
place
exact
in the
same
desert.
position.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's those kind of inconsistencies, that guy falling forward and then like having blood on the back of his head, and then in the shot when Neil's holding him, there's no blood there anymore
That's-
as he's
that's a
dying.
good
right?
point. Yeah.
The consistency is not there in many of the sort of shots. There's no arguing that this is not a 10 bad.
Good. We're on the same page. But how much did you enjoy this movie on a scale of 1 to 10? Because this is the one that I am struggling with. I thought our conversation would help clarify that for me, and it did not.
You're not there.
I'm not.
I love a good one-man show. Some of our favorite episodes, or some of the favorite episodes for me, have been ones where
The labor of love, the one guy who funds his own movie or finds a way to fund it, your
Yes.
YK Kims, your John DeHarts,
yes,
your Rudy Ray Moores.
absolutely.
Yeah. But I would put all three of those guys well above Neil Breen.
Well, that's what I'm gonna say.
okay.
This is fourth to those by a lot.
Fucking very distant fourth.
Yeah. I laughed at some of the bad things, particularly the bad acting by Neil Breen.
Yeah.
Especially when he was trying to express emotion or scream as he's running down hills and yelling, as he's reacting to his fiance being sniped in the back, and as he's on the floor telling us how much he loves America.
Those are really the money shots this movie, yes.
I laughed a whole lot. But the mass use of stock footage and the fact that it was so confusing in a bad way.
We've talked about this because sometimes being so confused that you can't look away because you're trying to figure it out actually helps.
Yes.
There's been a couple movies where you and I both have been drawn in by that. Yeah.
That was not the case for me in this movie.
Yeah, I was finding myself getting frustrated also.
Yeah. So that hurt it. The drinking game probably made me enjoy it more.
That's the best way to do this. If you're going to watch this, and again, I'm not saying it's available on YouTube, but if you manage to find it online somewhere on some sort of video site, definitely play the drinking game while you do it. It'll make it a lot more fun.
Yeah. So that part is enjoyable, and I enjoyed watching it with you. But I think overall, I'm only placing this as a 7 enjoyable.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just did a spit take there. I am stunned by this. I thought you were coming in higher than that.
No.
Okay, that's fair.
Without the drinking game, I don't know, and without watching with you, I don't know that I would have made it through this thing.
Wow, I'll take that as a compliment. And
Yeah.
also the drinking game should get as a compliment as well.
Yeah.
Would your enjoyment improve if I told you that the only credible tagline that we could find for this movie was stunning desperation?
That's the tagline.
Does your enjoyment go up
Oh
now?
my God, he is desperate, and that is stunning. Oh, he's desperate for an audience because there
Yeah.
isn't one to watch.
Well,
this
we gave
thing
him
yet.
one today, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
So, okay, a 7 for you.
So that's low. I'm expecting you to come a little higher.
This is one of those ones where before we watched it, we do this. We talked about this before.
It had
like,
a
there
chance.
are certain movies where I'm like, this has no chance. I know it has no chance. Others, I'm like, this could be a crit 20. And this is one we've never seen Neil Breen. We've heard a lot. We've heard about how crazy it is and how ridiculous. And so in my mind, I'm like, maybe. But much like yourself, I was frustrated with the amount of confusion. If it hasn't been properly expressed in our discussion of it here today, I had no clue what was going on for most of this. And whereas sometimes that does kind of pull me in and keeps me interested, I just got more and more infuriated as we went along with the drop plot lines, me not being able to tell who people were, if things were still happening or not happening or what was going on. And so that definitely lowered the enjoyment for me. I didn't have the same problem with the stock footage that you did, because at a certain point I became so amused with like the gall of Neil Breen to offer up a movie to his audience that is basically half a fucking movie cut in with a bunch of stock footage. Where I was just like, I'm like, fucking, he's doing more. I can't believe it. More stock footage?
Is there anything more padding than stock footage?
God, I don't think so. Other than occasionally I find like exposition heavy dialogue.
Oh,
Which he also...
do you? So he has both of the largest padding moments in the history of our podcast in here, and now you're giving him credit for that. The man who rails against padding.
At a certain
This
point-
is a 14-minute movie that they have somehow stretched out to an hour and 33.
A 14-minute movie. No, but that's the thing. At a certain point, it's like when something, like you go so far with the joke that it stops being funny, but then you keep going and you go so far that it becomes funny again. That's where I'm at with this. The fucking
Okay.
nerve of this
Yeah.
guy to make this movie and to try and present it he's not credible. I want to be clear with that. There's nothing credible about this, but he's trying to present it in a credible way. Just the fucking gall. I found myself like bemused by it as we went through. I had 3 or 4 legitimate laugh out loud moments where I popped huge.
Yeah.
I'm not giving this a 20 for sure, but I am going to go as high as an 8. I wanted to go 9
You
for a
shit
minute.
on me for
no,
a 7.
No, I'm going
You
9.
shit on
I'm
me
going
for
9.
7.
I'm following my gut. I've been sucked into
you know
the
what?
Breenaverse.
The Breenaverse is something that I think I'm not done with. I did not give this a high enjoyability score. I mean, 7's
But you're
not
intrigued.
terrible, but I am incredibly
You're
intrigued.
intrigued. Yeah.
I would like to see other things that he has to offer because it was so confusing. I want to see if that same experience happens with another film.
If The Fateful Findings is a better funded remake of this, maybe he polishes up a little bit.
Do you think
Maybe
that
the message is
changes
more
our
clear?
experience? Do you think that's going to make it better or worse?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know
an
anything
intriguing
anymore.
question. We haven't done this. We have not watched a remake.
Yes, we
of a
did.
movie
Total
we-
Recall.
We watch the original Total Recall
As a bonus episode. Because you would
Only-
never fucking see
Yeah,
it.
but that was a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
Well, no, hang
Okay,
on.
but you're right. You're right. You're right. No, you're right. So we have done it. We have
It's an
done it.
enjoyable movie.
I mean, the second one was probably a better film.
Oh my god. Fucking unbelievable. It's been 5 years
Whose
since
wife said that and made you so angry? And I wanted to
I don't
bring that
want
up
to say
again.
who
Yeah.
it is, but
Oh,
she
okay.
has
Yeah.
terrible taste in movies. And if her husband's listening, he knows that I'm talking about his wife right now. No. What a journey this was, though.
Oh yes.
When it comes to the beer,
Yeah.
I do not think, contrary to what Between Two Brews said, I do not think I was ready for the double ducks.
You're ready.
I'll give it this. When we cracked this can open, it smelled so fucking hoppy.
Yeah.
And right away I was like, oh, this is going to be trouble. And it did not taste as hoppy as it smelled. At times, it's going to sound really strange, or maybe not, depending on what's in here, but I kind of thought at times it tasted like orange juice.
No, that's not uncommon. If it has like a citra hops to it.
Tropical fruity flavors of mango and guava, this says. I didn't get that, but I got like sort of like an orange juice taste.
Yeah.
This is not for me. It's not my style of beer. I can barely tolerate an IPA.
Oh yeah, you kind of like
a double IPA is
I think the biggest problem for us right now is that we drank a bunch of beer doing the Breen game, and now we're crushing an 8%er.
Counterpoint. That usually makes me more receptive to stuff.
Oh, well, you're saying, yeah, I guess that's fair. But you also know that it is putting you in a dangerous place, right? The danger of double IPAs and triple IPAs, which have become fairly common, although I think are moving backwards a little bit in the craft beer
industry. Those fuckers at Flying Monkeys make quadruple IPAs still.
But I actually thought it was really, really smooth. For me, really easy to drink. I was done well before we were done talking about this movie, and I think that I would recommend people go check out the Double Ducks. Certainly the Ducks if you don't want the 8%, but Double Ducks was really, really accessible. Like you said, very citrusy, very hazy, but had a very clean finish. It was not something that was hard to sort of swallow and move on to the next one. It was very easy, good mouthfeel. You know, all the things you like.
It's fucking unbelievable. It's been 6 years and you're still giving me this mouthfeel shit. No, I will give you this also. It was surprisingly easy to drink. For a double IPA, it is definitely on one of the. It's definitely one of the easier ones to drink that I've had.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of on like the lighter side in terms of both hoppiness and sometimes I find that it really feels heavy. And this did not feel very heavy.
No.
It was smooth and it was I would say kind of light and easy to drink for a double IPA. I'm putting that with the caveat that I do not enjoy them still. So if I had to drink, I think this might have been what I said about fucking Ducks. If I had to drink one, this is a good one to drink. But I would still prefer not to.
If you were forced to drink a double IPA, you were drinking a Double Ducks.
I'm getting on the Double Duck bus.
Yeah.
It's coming down the street.
Nice. Love it.
It's an obscure song reference. Anyway, speaking of obscure, our season's coming to an end, and something we haven't done yet this year that I feel like we probably should. It's been a little while. 2 weeks from today, we're going to be getting back in the cage with a fairly obscure...
is that Nicolas Cage?
Nick Cage. Of course. What else could that possibly mean? A fairly obscure Nicolas Cage movie. It's called Willy's Wonderland.
Oh?
And I believe that Nick Cage plays a mute janitor who is forced to combat some maniacal animatronic robots in a children's amusement
Willy not
center.
being the penis, but being a...
No, he's not fighting animatronic peni.
Oh, that would make quite the movie. Nick Cage versus a bunch of animatronic dongs.
Yeah. You know what? Let's add it to our list of movies
to write and make. Oh, exactly. My God. That'd be fantastic.
So you've not heard of this?
Oh, no.
Again, a little obscure. Although it got a little internet buzz.
When was this out?
Recent
or a long time ago?
It's a recent movie. It'll be one of our more recent. A little obscure, but we'll check it out. It's got Nick Cage in it. How bad could it be? And I'm actually encouraged because straight to video Nick Cage might be even more unhinged than regular Nick Cage.
That sounds fun. I'm a little concerned about the mute comment you made.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he doesn't talk much or if he doesn't talk at all.
I guess we're going to find out.
We're going to find out.
Love ending our season in the cage, huh?
Let's do it. Why not, right? When was the last time we watched Nick Cage movie? It's been a while.
Nothing better than a cage match to ratchet up the end of a season.
And that's what we're going to get 2 weeks from today. So please join us for that. Before then, if you haven't already, follow us on social media at the BMB Podcast on Instagram and still Twitter for some reason. You can fucking get rid of the Twitter.
Send us emails, thebmbpodcast@gmail.com.
Absolutely. We'd love to hear from you. And we are currently plotting out season 7. So if you have an idea for a movie you'd like us to cover or a beer you want us to try that we can get in Ontario somehow, let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And we thank you for joining us today for Double Down with Neil Breen. Hope to see you back here in 2 weeks' time for Willy's Wonderland. Until then, I'm Cooper.
And I'm Nolan.
And we'll see you next time on Bad Movies and Beer.
Keep breening me that action.
Worldwide action.
Keep breening the worldwide action.
Stunning. Desperation.